What's up, Internet fam? I wanted to talk a minute about Alex Jones being censored off of YouTube, the Apple iTunes Store, and everywhere else that he's being censored. I didn't get too far into the details of all the nitty gritty reading about it this morning, but definitely this is censorship, and that is terrifying, and that should terrify everybody, whether you're on the left, on the right, whether you care about education, freedom of information, whether you care about your children's education, your children's future, the future of the country, anything. Censorship is wrong. This is an attack on the First Amendment. No question about it. And you should be very concerned, especially in a world where corporations have absolute control. They are the judge, the jury, the executioner, and everything. If you look up here, this is YouTube, and right now YouTube is a huge platform and a huge resource to humanity that didn't exist before. And I've tried all the alternatives. I've tried DTube, I've tried BitChute, I've tried 7 or 8 other ones. I'm a technology guy and I'm into it, and I've tried them all, and none of them work as well as YouTube. Now, is that because there's an agreement between my ISP and Google to allow YouTube to work better than some of the alternatives? Perhaps. That's worth exploring as well. Certainly there's some net neutrality issues here as well going on. And I am no fan of Alex Jones. I think that he lowers the level of debate in every single topic that he discusses. I think that he's an egregious fearmonger, and he's operating from an emotional level that basically lowers the discourse on any topic that he talks about. I think he's managed dissent. I think he's disingenuous. I think he's a liar and a fraud. I am not a fan of Alex Jones. But if they come after Alex Jones and we say nothing, who are they going to come after next? Because ultimately, freedom of speech and the right to bear arms and those kind of Bill of Rights top level issues are far more important than any way you feel about anything. Your feelings don't matter. Your constitutional rights, your inalienable rights matter. And for you to say, oh good, I didn't like Alex Jones anyway, yeah, shut him down, it's like, that's incredibly short-sighted and foolish. This is censorship, and all of us should be terrified. If you care about any aspect of human life, you should be very upset about the censorship. And this is censorship. These corporations own everything. They own the Congress, they own Senate, they own every presidential candidate, including Donald Trump. There's a lot of people, especially on Vote and some of the other places I hang out, Gab.ai, and some of the other places I hang out that are, they're fully supporting Donald Trump. I am not supporting Donald Trump at all. I do not like Donald Trump at all. I think he might be the worst president we've ever had, maybe after Barack Obama. So take that, liberals, because Barack Obama drone murdered more children with robots than any president previous to him. So to me, and somehow won a Nobel Peace Prize simultaneously. So yes, Barack Obama was absolutely the worst. I also hate Trump. I hate anybody who's got a cabinet full of Goldman Sachs and Monsanto, and that is certainly true for almost every president we've had since JFK got shot in the face. So I am not defending Alex Jones. I am not defending Monsanto. I'm not defending Goldman Sachs or any of their bad actors in our government or on corporate media. I am opposed to all of them, vigorously opposed to all of them. But at the same time, this is censorship of an individual and censorship of a media outlet that that obviously has had some success for various reasons. Now, again, I disagree almost 100% with Alex Jones on almost everything. But this censorship that he's facing right now at the hands of unrestrained corporatism should terrify everybody. We're living in a dystopia right now. We're in the dystopia right now, when YouTube has the power to censor somebody like Alex Jones, who's got that much public support and such a huge, massive fan base. You know that the cart has gone off the rails and we're in serious trouble. So I strongly recommend you think about what we can do about this, and think about where you stand on the issue, regardless of how you feel about Alex Jones. Don't stoop to his level and get emotional and try to feel a certain way about him, good or bad. Look at the facts, examine the facts, and think for yourself. I'd certainly say to do that if you're an Alex Jones fan, because I do think that guy's managed dissent, and I don't think he's been on the right side of almost any topic ever. I mean, the guy's, a blithering, emotional train wreck of a guy that I just don't have hardly any respect for. Rye Dawson has actually taken him to the woodshed a couple of times, very accurately. So if you're not following Rye Dawson, that's R-Y Dawson, D-A-W-S-O-N. He's a YouTuber that I follow. And you know, again, sometimes he gets a little bit emotional and doesn't. He's not my hero on every level, but he certainly puts out some really good YouTube content, and I am a big fan of his documentaries, especially the Empire series. The stuff about 9/11 and about the fact that Israel was almost certainly involved in 9/11, which is something you don't hear from Alex Jones, which is why I think that he's managed dissent, and definitely not your friend. But again, this isn't about that. This isn't about him. This isn't about 9/11. This is about censorship, and you should all be very terrified, because censorship is one of the most egregious attacks on our ability as a species to evolve and grow that there can be. And if they're going to censor Alex Jones, they're going to censor us next. They're going to censor me next. They're going to censor Really Graceful. They're going to censor somebody else, and somebody who's maybe more valuable. So we need to fight now, right now, this censorship. Somehow. I don't know how. If you've got some good ideas, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear them. Talk to y'all soon, Internet fam.